So the pastor told you to come to the front. How impactful was that for you?
It was scary as hell because I said I'll never go to church again.
Okay, guys, welcome back to another in-person limited series of a podcast. You all have to let me know what you all have thought about the previous episodes and if you think I should do more. But I'm gonna tell you, if you want me to do more, you gotta like this shit, you gotta comment, and you gotta share it with your friends. If not, guess what? It's not gonna happen, friend. It's not gonna happen. Okay. All right, so let's get into the topic. I wanna talk about what happens when your sexual orientation really doesn't align with your spiritual or religious beliefs. You know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about how, as gay men, we have been taught that if you are gay, you are a sinner, you're an abomination. Like literally, you're worse than a crackhead. Like you could beat your wife, and the Christians, they'll be okay with you. But like once you tell them that you are gay, then there's a big problem. Like they literally kick you out the church, they kick you out of your family just because you decided that you wanted to be honest and not hide in the closet about who you decide that you may want to love or actually be in a marriage with. But guess what? What if God really never said all that? What if that was actually some other people? So I want to talk about that today. Is that all right? I have a special guest here today. His name is Kraig. I think you all might know him. So let's welcome Kraig to the episode. Welcome, Kraig.
What's going on?
I'm doing all right. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm good. So apparently you went from the camera to the cross. Is that like full coverage? Like holy coverage? Is that what you call it?
I've never heard it that way. You never heard that?
You never heard of it that way?
That is crazy.
It's crazy. Well, first, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for agreeing to do this. I like to talk about issues that sometimes people are uncomfortable talking about. And I feel like we should have these conversations more often, particularly among gay men, because I think we have them behind closed doors, but we don't talk about them publicly.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to talk about like who you are, your dating life, also you're a minister. So I want to hear more about like your spiritual beliefs. So before we get all into that, I have all of my guests do a little bit of a game first.
All right, let's play.
Want to play?
Let's do
Okay.
it.
So you have to pull one of these random questions. Well, they're not even questions. They are cringy jokes.
Okay.
I'm going to emphasize that they are cringy jokes. So you're going to read the question. I'm sorry, you're going to read the joke and then slowly give us the answer. Okay?
All right. What's a gay man's idea of foreplay in 2025?
Foreplay for a gay man in 2025 might be kissing and rubbing on him and making him feel desired. That's what I think.
No. A headless selfie. A peach emoji.
Wait. You got to read that and talk a little bit loud because I can't. You whispering over there. Tell me, what is it?
But you said say it slow, so I feel like I had to say it lower. Okay. So, a headless selfie, a peach emoji, and saying clean and DDF, then showing up 42 minutes late and leaving 3 minutes early.
That sounds like a bad grinder or jack hooked up over there.
Yeah, this was cringy.
Yes, that's trash. Okay. We'll burn that. Give me
And I
that.
read it like I can't read.
Well, no, it's fine. I got that off of Chat GPT, so we
I can
blame
tell because
that.
I seen the dash. Y'all need to stop using Chat GPT. I'm sick of it. I'm an old school bitch. We grew up on typewriters, bitch, and the first computers, and you know.
Are you an 80s baby?
Yes, I'm 88. So I've been there since cassettes were a thing, record players. When the first CD players came out, the gigapets, bitch. You know the MP3 players.
I'm 81, so I'm older than you. So I was there before that. Yes,
You were.
Yes, first Apple computer.
Yes.
With the green screen. and a little turtle. You remember the turtle?
I remember the turtle.
I remember the turtle. Y'all don't know nothing about the
they
turtle.
Know nothing about the turtle, and they don't know anything about home row keys.
Yeah, just home row key. Yes. Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about like your background. Like, tell us a little bit about who you are, things that you're working on, and where you're headed. I want to make sure that people know who you are.
Okay. So a little background on me. I'm from the South. You know, grew up in Georgia, Columbus, Georgia, and
Columbus, Georgia.
Yeah.
That's country.
Yeah, you know, but it's
Southern
city
country.
Though. But
Yeah,
honestly, people don't know. I think Columbus, Georgia, is like the second or third largest city in cities in Georgia. So when you say Columbus, it is country, but our tallest building in Columbus, Georgia, is Aflac. You know.
Okay, yeah. So you have tall buildings.
That is the tallest building there, besides probably the hospital. Or downtown with the court. You know, but those are probably the three biggest, tallest buildings. But it makes up Phoenix City, Alabama, Columbus, Georgia, and Fort Benning. That's the military base.
Yeah.
So that's why it's so big.
Okay. So you're originally from there.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've been in Atlanta for how long?
Too damn long. Since 2017.
Okay. Oh, yes. Yeah. So you've been here for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. What are some other things we should know about you? Like, what do people, if they Google you, what will they find? What do you want people to know about you?
Let me see. I'm trying to find a good attorney to scrub all that shit off, you know, but sometimes, you know, I mean, business. And, you know, some people know my business. Some people may not. I used to be an adult entertainer. And, you know, I did my big one.
You did your big one?
I did my big one.
What is the big one?
My pussy's all over the world. No. I feel like I came in on the end of the personality of porn because that was a thing. Like people were so into the names of and who the porn stars were and who they was fucking. You know what I'm saying? Like that was a world.
Yeah.
Like I have diehard fans that they don't care if I'm the mayor, if I'm giving, you know, like just they don't give a fuck. They just want to see me fuck.
Yeah.
They don't care about he found Jesus. They, you know,
you branded this character of who you are so much in the adult industry that people just have, you know, they're drawn to you, and like no matter what you do, they're like, I still want that
because I'm a businessman. I know how to sell a fantasy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you can sell booty, you can sell anything.
I think so.
Because if you know, OnlyFans is now a platform for people to legally sell pussy.
Yeah.
And file taxes on it. You better because they don't take the tax out. Y'all better pay y'all taxes.
Yeah.
On that OnlyFans. And OnlyFans take, it's probably more than when I was doing it was 20%.
You know, but to your point though, doing OnlyFans is the only legal way that you can sell sex. Like you can't do it on Edgewood Avenue or, you know, Buford Highway at the Red Roof Inn.
No.
You can't do that. But you have to do it on OnlyFans. So I think you want people to know that like that has been like your brand. That's where people know you from. So how do people know you now? Like when they think of Kraig, what do they think of?
I think Kraig is a new person. Like, I talk about these things and people are like, you shouldn't be proud to say stuff like that, but that is my reality truth. Like, most of my adult life, I've been in adult entertainment. Whether it be prostitute, like, I was there when Backpage was there. And Craigslist and, you know, the ads. You know what I'm saying? Where it's easy for you to hold now. Yeah. It's easy for you to use your body as a product. Yeah. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so I've been through all kind of phases, changes. I've, you know, no shade, OnlyFans really took the porn industry out of the game. It blew her away. Yeah. Nobody's paying $60, $80, $100 to your website anymore when I could pay $4 for my favor and I give 12 to her. You know, like, and I can disperse my fantasies. So it's I've been there through things where I kind of changed and navigated through the industry and finding myself, you know, finding all kind of things that honestly I didn't think I was going to be here today. You know, did not want to. Focus was off. And then I started going to church. And I kept sitting in the back and just full of shame, you know, full of like just lost.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm sitting in this church and first of all, the guy that invited me to come, he kept saying, hey, you gotta come to my church. You gotta come to my church. And I kept saying, I'm not coming to that gay ass church.
Yeah.
I said it just like that. I come from, I grew up in church. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's a type of tolerance that you don't have when you come from old school church. Like I had people that did not play with me, you know, like strict leadership, and it had to be perfect, and it had to be
a certain way. You had to live a certain lifestyle to even be a part of that ministry. Yeah.
So I said, surely if I fell out with the straighties,
the gays are not going to accept me.
The gays are going to go up, and it's going to be drama. And long story short, I kept coming, and I will say, I thank God for that gay church. Because a lot of people call it a gay church, but I don't think we're a gay church. I think we're a black ass church.
Okay.
But sitting in the back, that whole room helped me accept me, for like forgive me, love me, make me want to live, change my life. It made me like, if you ever felt deliverance, it's a feeling like I can't really explain, like something that lifts off of you. And I have not been suicidal in 3.5 years.
Wow.
I've not thought about killing myself in 3.5 years.
Yeah.
And I have this energy of not giving up. Though there's so many things going on, I think people see me now as inspiration. And I would like to call myself a businessman, even for my previous work.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
And even in the previous work, forgiving myself for trying to survive.
Yeah.
Not because I wanted to be nasty or be a whore or be a city girl, you know, whatever, you know, whatever, you know, there's so many wrong ideas about sex work. When, you know, when I came up on it, it was, you did it to survive because you had to eat.
Yeah.
And not only did you have to eat, your friends that you were around that were surviving, they had to eat too. So I thank God for every couch that I had to lay on.
Yeah.
Every door that my friends and my family did. So my change came because when you hit rock bottom, because this game will whip your ass. Yeah. You know, the industry is so dark, and you think because you're making a coin, you don't count the cost of the demons that you have to face and what doors you open. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You remember that song, Be Careful Little Eyes What You See?
Yes.
Little Feet Where You Go?
Yeah.
That is a true song.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not counting the cost of that can make you lose everything. And I have lost everything. Every dime. I don't have a cent.
From OnlyFans, from your past.
I don't have any residual. I don't have anything. And at one point I almost did not have my mind. Yeah. And the internet has seen me fall in shambles. And so the whole point is, I think people know me now that who are you outside of the pain, and they see that I have victory. Yeah. They see that I'm consistent. I really go to this church every Sunday as a leader. I'm a minister in the Lord's church. And a lot of people are like, well, you a minister, you cussing. You know, I know my flock. I never became a minister to be your pastor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or a perfect person, or like a version of what we grew up thinking ministry or a pastor should act or. I want you to talk a little bit about, like, when you said, like, you kept coming back to this gay church, and did you experience like any guilt or hesitancy or shame entering like a space, like a religious place, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't be here. Like I shouldn't even, because I know you sing in the choir, like I shouldn't even sing in the choir. I shouldn't minister. Like, did you experience any of that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You say yes. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I sat in the back of the church, and my pastor, Bishop O.C. Allen, called me out, and he said, come to the front. And after that, I never stopped not being in the front.
So the pastor told you to come to the front. How impactful was that for you?
It was scary as hell. because I said I'll never go to church again.
Take your time. Take your time.
Ooh-wee. Yeah. So it felt good to hear God again.
Yeah. Yeah. I think when I see the tears, I hear it. And I think particularly for gay men, we have been shamed.
Yeah.
We have been told, like when you look at through the scriptures, that we're abominations, we're sinners, we don't have a place in the kingdom. But we can come to church, we can sing, we can play in the choir, as long as we keep our sexual orientation or who we decide to love a secret.
Yeah.
Like literally, like just be quiet about it. But the impact for the bishop, a pastor to say, I see who you are, I know your past, and I know him, right?
Yeah.
He's not saying in order for you to be in ministry, you got to change all that stuff.
Yeah. Because that's what we were groomed and brought up on. Like it has,
Yeah.
you can't live this lifestyle.
Or you have to hide that.
Yeah.
That's what they really were saying. You have to hide that so that you can minister to these people.
Yeah.
And I think he pushes us to be our most authentic selves.
Yeah.
Even though sometimes they can be imperfect or a work in progress.
Yeah.
Or it just is what it is, and that's who we are. And God still loves us.
But let me tell you, to go back to what you were saying about shame, Bishop helped me. And he said one time, he was talking about Adam and Eve and how when they was in the garden, they ate from the fruit, how they was hiding from God and they had these fig leaves on. And the way he described the fig leaves on how people hide and shame, and all that really freed me because I was singing on the praise team, like, they gave me a mic.
You're like,
They gave me a mic. And that was complicated because I had to sit there and worship God knowing the whole room is looking at me. Because it's different when I'm up there. It's different when I'm in the room. There's something different on me.
Yeah.
So it's complicated. What I thought it was when I realized I'm just like everybody in the room.
Yes.
That I'm not entitled.
Yes.
That I'm a servant. I serve everybody in that room because that room has served me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't really do and thrive well because they're either dealing with something that does not serve them and vice versa. Some people do not really serve the purpose of what's going on. But all in all, you be kind to people. And that place has been so kind to me.
Yeah.
And I'm prepared for that room because the old church taught me if you can make it through that, you know what I'm saying? That type of exposure, that type of scrutiny, that type of bondage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you can go through that, surely you can last in this church. And I do everything I can to love the hell out of everybody in that room because everybody's been through so much. And I know, just like I'm telling you my story or whatever of how I got here, I would like to think that people would see me as inspiration, that I did not give up, and hopefully that, I have so many people that I inspire and touch from even me being honest about my HIV status and, talking about mental health and drugs. You talk to a bitch that's been to rehab, you know what I'm saying? Went there for 3 days.
Yeah.
Got out. I did cocaine 1,000,000 times after I got out of there. And my mom, I'll never forget, she told me, she said that she had to pray. And she said, God, you're going to have to do it. And my mama, you know what I'm saying? My mama's prayers work.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I've had a village and community of people that I can't say that I got here by myself.
It took a lot of people of support.
Yeah.
I want you to talk a little bit about like how your traditional spiritual beliefs growing up in Columbus, Georgia, might now be a little bit different. Because I think as we get older, we evolve, we experience life, we ask questions, we do our own research, our spiritual beliefs might change like as we get older. Like what are some things that you think like are different now as you're at this place?
just my revelation of God, my revelation of the word, my revelation of the work. And I think I love the old. Like I know the old. I wouldn't be me.
What's the old though? Like are you talking about like the tradition?
Roots.
Yeah.
I'm talking about church. I'm talking about family. You know, I'm talking about the dynamic of how your mama, your dad raised you, and you go through trauma. Like it's this whole journey, even with church. I've been there with my pastor, my first pastor, and she had no money. Started a whole church from nothing. So I've been in spaces where I understand logistically how church run from the front to the back. I could live it, breathe. I did ministry full time for 7 years, and I'm qualified. I just wasn't good enough because I was gay. I was sat down, and so old church hurt me, but I also hurt the old church, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I signed up to mimic and be like everybody in the room when I should have told them I was nothing like y'all.
To be your most authentic self and say, hey,
and
that's not me. Yeah.
And I could not be my most authentic self, not really because of the room, because I never told these people the truth.
Yeah.
I never said I was suffering with these thoughts, and I tried to pray the gay away. I tried to be everything y'all wanted me to be, and I did. I put my life.
Yeah. And so many gay men do that.
Yeah.
We hide parts of who we are so that we can exist in this community, in this village.
Brother, I had to ask God to forgive me for even putting church before my family.
People do that.
Yeah.
So has your vision or your understanding of what sin, has that changed now?
Yeah. Because we were born to sin.
What do you mean?
People don't read their word.
I'm listening.
Psalms 51. This is something. No, hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah, Psalms 50. I think it's it says we were born in iniquity. In our mother's womb, we were born in sin. You know, so like, you mean to tell me I am limited and restricted, as accessible and operable as I am? I don't know if operable is a word. It's just gonna be one today.
It sounds good.
Meaning, if I'm sexually driven in nature, you know what I'm saying?
But is that a sin? Or let me be more specific. Do you believe having sex with a man is a sin?
I think whoever the fuck taught us all this shit and we listen to it and believe it is a sin. Because who told you this shit? Let me tell you, I believe in a God I've never seen. But what I do see is a lot of people confused about the wrong things. Like, they understand this Christian idea of, you know, God is a Western Christianity, you know, ideology that black folks have been taught to model because we want to be the white church so bad. We want platforms so bad, but we are the driving force. So I've learned that sin is different because the word that I read, more than being culturally driven, because we're so inspired by everything. Everything inspires us now. Everything's a trend. I got to do this. I don't have to do a fuck ass thing. That's number one. There's so many other religions and things that we've been rooted in, molded that our religion is right.
Right.
That is so wrong. That if I grew up Buddhist, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then
So there are
has to-
different perspectives
there have to
about
be.
like what the world is, how it exists.
Yeah.
And I grew up as a Christian, and the people who I grew up in that religious institution belief, my viewpoints right now, they wouldn't throw me out the church, but they probably would not allow me to operate in ministry. And I grew up teaching Bible studies, singing in the choir. I even was a mime, like at church. You know, the gay mimes that be like, that was me, right? But I don't believe being gay is a sin at all.
It's not.
I don't. Here's the thing: people are probably gonna think I'm crazy. I don't believe having sex before you're married is a sin.
I don't either.
Right.
You know why? Because it's like going to get a car. nobody in their right mind puts money on something to drive off the lot. You want to test drive that thing. I want to know if that ass is good.
You want to?
I want that for the rest of my life.
Spin. Yeah, yeah. But I think there have been, when people, if you actually dissect and look at like the King James Bible, first King James himself was bisexual. So we're going to say that, okay? We're going to say that. Do your research. He had 2 boyfriends, gave them money, all that type of stuff. But I feel like, well, I know when you do the research, like when we talk about like homosexuality in the Bible, which was added in 1946, it was really talking about rape and molestation. It was not talking about 2 consensual adults wanting to love each other. I heard statements like, oh, well, God created Adam and Eve. So, you know, was Steve, not Adam and Steve, gay people can still have children and they still have children and raise. Like there are so many, I think, sayings, customs that we have, you know, been taught about who we are. And I think heterosexual people are not invested enough to do the research to understand that, so they accept what they've been taught. And I don't blame them, because that's what they've been taught. Like they have been conditioned. Being gay is like worse than a crackhead, I always say. It's worse than beating your wife, because the deacon can beat his wife and he can still be a deacon in the church. Yeah. But if you're gay in the church, you have to what? Sit down.
Sit down.
Right? So I think if we had more people that would do the research, they would push things, it would be more impactful.
But see, this is the thing. You know, people perish for lack of knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah.
We are erased out of our own community. Though all these things are going on, you know, to be gay, and you could see a punk and be like, "Oh,
a punk, yes,
girl,
yes.
Girl, you coming through, girl? I see you." You know, and straight people can see that, and they're intimidated by that. And I think we have been erased as a thing because we didn't grow up seeing gay couples saying, "Oh, I want to be like this couple or that." We had no example.
No.
So I think the greatest part is we don't have a leader in our community. You know what I'm saying?
We need more.
So that's my whole thing, even about sin and all the things. What God cares about, did anybody, you know, I know we read things, we were taught things, but did anybody ask God, what do you think?
Oh,
what do you think about this?
My journey in accepting myself as a gay man and as a Christian gay man, as I sat down and asked God those questions. Like I literally had times where I said, you made me this way. Yeah. Like if I could turn it off, I would turn this shit off. Like I would be straight like my brothers. But I'm like, no. And ever since I was born, I knew I like men, I like women, or I had a girlfriend. I was like, oh, she's cute, but so is her brother. Like, and I actually want to date the brother. So I had those tough conversations like, you know, this is who I am. Do you want me to lie? Yeah. And he said, no. He said, no. I want to talk a little bit because about, I want to talk about the impact of spirituality, religion on people living with HIV. You were so damn public. When I say you went viral, like talking about HIV, but you literally went viral on the internet when I saw this clip of you taking your HIV medication online, but you paired it with taking communion. Yeah. Why?
If you HIV positive, I want you to go get your medicine. We're going to take some communion. So get you some water, get your medicine. If you ain't take your medicine today, go get your medicine. If you ain't got no medicine, go get your medicine. We're going to start taking care of ourselves and not being ashamed of being HIV positive. So I want you to get your medicine. So this is my body, which was broken for thee. Take, eat all of it. In the same manner, he got the cup, gave thanks, gave it to his disciples, and said, drink all of it. This is the blood. That being said,
I want y'all to be invited to come to my church December 3rd. That's the first Sunday in December. We're going to take communion, and also we're celebrating National World AIDS Day. I want you guys to come out and be proud. It's a celebration. We've come a long way, where people said we weren't going to be here. I remember some people said I was going to die, you know what I'm saying? But I'm still here, you know what I'm saying? I've been positive since 2013. That's about 10 years, you know what I'm saying? And I'm still here by the grace of God, and I want you to come celebrate with me as we honor people that have died before us, and people that struggle with it, and people that live with it. Male and female, I want you to come out. Also, we're inviting 100 souls. You can RSVP. It's been going very well. But yes, take your medicine today, okay? And do it with God. Don't take the medicine by yourself today. Take it with God. Love you guys.
Why was that so important for you to do publicly?
Because you overcome the devil by the word of your testimony and the blood of the Lamb. And things that really bothered me don't bother me anymore. And I have been through that journey, and it's been 12 years.
Yeah. 12 years living with HIV?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had an issue of blood for 12 years. You know what I'm saying? And my life has been better because I've found so much community and so many men that deal with that, and to encourage people that never could even tell their family, we could tell each other. So powerful.
Yeah.
That just I did it in communion because healing is so much, not just God heal me. It's in demonstration that healing is in the medication. I am healed because I can live a long, healthy life. I go to my doctor and I can be undetectable, and I can produce and procreate, and that's why I think gays have been attacked through church and community and culture, but we're the most used because we're the most anointed.
Yes.
We're the most gifted. We're the most talented. We can do anything, and people are trying to rain on our parade, but we don't do just parades. We are rainbow all through the year. Don't get it fucked up. If the gays could do pride every day, bitch.
Well, I feel like Atlanta does. I feel like there's a pride every other month in Atlanta.
Yeah, but the whole world, they are scoped into places like Atlanta or New York or LA or Chicago, but there's gay people all over the world.
Yeah.
And there's so many people in shame and in fear of being themselves. And I'd rather, when God say, Adam, where are you? I say, I'm right here.
That he sees you and you're not hiding.
He made me.
Yeah.
He knows I'm gay.
Yeah.
You didn't make me. You weren't there when God made my destiny. You weren't there when God finished. He's the author and finisher of my faith. You can't end my story.
Yeah.
You can't erase me. You can't erase trans people. You can't erase bisexual people. You can't erase black people. You can't erase people.
Yeah.
You have no right.
Yeah. So it's making sure that people are seen.
Yeah.
What was the response when you did that video? Like, what were the comments? Did people reach out to you? Like, I want to know, like, what was the general response that you received when you did that?
All kind of things.
Yeah.
Mainly from women.
From women?
Black women.
Black women.
Black women. Black women that taught me about God, but showed me they don't even love God because they don't love anybody like me. They thought it was a bad idea to cross that as a thing. When literally, when I take my medicine, because I don't just take it to live, I pray. Not only for my food, but my medicine. I say, God, when I put this in my body, I know you healing me. You know what I'm saying? Because that medicine's so powerful. People don't understand HIV medicine is so much better now.
Yes.
But I was there when I had Caplera.
Oh, okay.
And that's not good for black men with their livers, their kidneys. They don't understand how much that medicine costs and how much funding it takes to support that. And things might be shifting now with people's insurance and people are undetectable and been maintaining that. And some people are having a hard time maintaining that, that is a thing that while we're sitting there with the propaganda and the bullshit all up on the internet. But what are we going to do when we have to really take care of one of another? What are we going to do when we need another Rosa Parks? I know you thought Martin had a dream, but what's your vision?
Right.
Where we going?
Yeah.
What's your dream?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because freedom made free.
Yeah. So you got pushback from some people who were like, hey, you can't pair taking HIV medication with communion. And for you, like, it is life-saving. Like, taking the medication, if you don't take it, you will not live.
Because also, I take it, and I did it communion way as a form of forgiveness. Because people have been taking communion the wrong way. They don't read their Bible.
So the purpose of communion, tell us, like,
the purpose of communion
for communion
is simulation of it symbolizes, you know, his death, his burial, his resurrection, and why it's important for you to have forgiveness. And me having an illness in my body, diagnosed. I was, you know, like when you used to call for insurance, they would deny you back in the day because you HIV, you're a risk. You had to get Ryan White, glory to God. You know what I'm saying? And things that help fund that. Because HIV medicine ain't $2.
Right.
It's thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
So I think where was I?
So the forgiveness piece.
The
like,
forgiveness
communion
piece
is about forgiveness.
It's forgiveness.
Yeah.
Because you drink that and you take to the body, because imagine somebody dying on a cross and not even knowing you. Like, I'm gonna take your stuff. That's why this is my theory on sin. I'm glad we're going here. That Jesus died, went to hell, snatched the keys from hell and death, and rose again. The whole idea about sin is that when Jesus came, it was for a whole purpose: to forgive, to redeem the lost, the homeless, the least, the least of those. You know, like, and I think we are governed by darkness sometimes that have put us in the shadows, but the gays keep lighting up.
But so when you take your HIV medication, are you asking for forgiveness or are you forgiving yourself?
No, you're not necessarily asking for forgiveness. You're not necessarily giving forgiveness. It symbolizes my healing.
It symbolizes, okay.
It symbolizes Jesus died for this. He was wounded for my transgressions. He was bruised. I'm a word man.
Yeah.
I can cuss your ass out, but I definitely know word, like, and I'm gonna hold God to his word.
Yeah.
And I just believe healing is in the strangest ways.
Yes.
That I'm not just going to depend on this medicine. My spirituality is entwined with me being gay and all things in black and being African. You know, like my ancestry, like just being, you know, in the vein of church.
Yes.
It is my duty to always not just show up for communion on first Sunday, but I'm doing communion at home. Now the gag is most of those black women was eating me up, but the only time you ever did communion and unworthily you did it was on the first Sunday, but you ate me up because I was sitting on the iron board, you know what I'm saying? And I was telling God, thank you for giving me help, giving me strength.
Yeah.
And what you don't understand is people that live with HIV and take your medicine, the most healthiest, because the doctor's always going to see you. They're going to fix everything on you, girl.
Yeah.
As
long as you're seeing the doctor.
As long as you're seeing the doctor.
Yeah.
So my life is better because I understand spiritual health is to confuse and make straight people uncomfortable. Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
This is reality where none of you straight bitches taught us how to be gay. You taught us how to hide. Now you're scared because we're showing you our colors. They have always been beautiful.
Yeah. I think it makes people uncomfortable when gay men show them what they think is different, what they expect gay men to look like. I think some people expect gay men to be in this certain box.
Yeah.
And when we don't show up in that box, it's like, oh, well, here's the real gag is they feel like we could be their partner.
Yeah.
Like for real. Like they're like, oh, I thought this is what gay looked like, but you show them something different. You're like, oh, well, I think I dated that before. Right. So I think that is the most uncomfortable thing, but that's another conversation for another day. I want to talk about though, like, but still in that same vein, do you feel like spiritual leaders, ministers, pastors, that they should talk about HIV, or should they like leave that for like the HIV ministry or the organizations? Like, whose responsibility when you think about like the spiritual realm or spiritual community? Who should be talking about it?
Everybody should be talking about it. Not just gay men, not just preachers, not the straight community needs this just as much as everybody needs to be informed. Because when you have knowledge, that's when you have power.
Yeah.
And I got HIV off of ignorance and not knowing.
Yeah.
Though I went through sex ed, I did not pay attention. I didn't know what HIV was even when I was diagnosed with it.
Yeah.
When I was there, I wasn't even thinking like, oh, I'm gonna take this. But the volunteer, he was like, come take the thing. And I said, cool. And I waited and I was gonna leave because I'm like, this is not my thing. And I sat there and got my results. And that man said, oh, you're HIV positive. And I said, oh, I'm good. He said, no. And his eyes was tearing up. And I said, girl, what's wrong with you, girl? And he explained to me, and I had no idea.
Wow.
I didn't even know what HIV was. I knew you didn't want to get it. I knew it was like considered a gay disease. And then I became a statistic. So then, just breaking the shame off, like I love talking about my status and where I am because, I've had to navigate to tell men, and I'm very vocal. And now I think Jacked and Grinder helped me. Because so many people, oh my God, you're negative and on PrEP. I'm so sick of a bitch on negative and PrEP. When you positive, girl.
It's the lie. It's the lie.
It's the lie.
It's the lie.
And it's okay to be positive. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's sexual health. And my thing is, I'm not a girl that wears condoms. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. But I have smarter sex.
Yeah.
I think sex is spiritual, it's healthy. I think God built us to bust a nut.
Well, I
don't need a Bible to tell me.
Biological. It happens. Yes.
I'm just saying, as a man, we're gonna have a real if my body is saying, "Oh, Dick, you're hard," I need to bust a nut. I need a release.
Yes.
I need some booty.
Isn't there a scripture that says like don't waste the seed or something?
I don't care what that scripture wasn't for us.
It wasn't for us.
You know how ancient that Bible is? What is God saying to you now? I think in all actuality, I think sex is something we need. Yeah. But don't abuse it. Like I sex has been my job. So I know what people would do for $50. You know what I'm saying? I know what people I've been through all the dark things that sex is so sacred, it's spiritual, and it like don't have sex with broke men. Ooh. Girl, your credit gonna be fucked up. It's that. Yeah.
But I do believe though that whether it's a heterosexual church, whether it's a gay church, whether it's any type of church, I feel like the conversation of HIV should be there. Yes. I think if we keep being silent, particularly spiritual leaders, if they're silent on certain topics, then people are left up to make their own narratives in their head. And it also shows it screams shame. Yeah. So I think people should talk about it in spiritual spaces. I want to see if we can get into a little bit though about your dating life. Like, do you date? Are you single? What does that look like? Like, and you're in Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta, you can find your husband here, but there are tons of, quality men. Or if you're single, you want to stay single, you can live the single life. So tell us a little bit about that.
I am the drama.
You are the drama. What do you mean in the dating scene? Like you're the drama?
Yeah, I've recognized that I have been the problem. Though I've had some complicated men in my life, I think I've learned love the wrong way. Honestly, I think I take my time And I'm not like right now. I'm a none. I don't want none. I don't need none. I
Define
ain't
none
looking
for us, Kraig. What is it? 'Cause you're
None
not wearing
is-
a habit and a whole little thing.
Yeah.
Going on.
Like some people need somebody
Mm-hmm.
to go to sleep with. I'm okay with being in my shit by myself. I think it's important to be single.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's holy to be single.
Okay.
And deal with, and sometimes you gotta sit in loneliness and be by yourself. Like, and that includes friends too. You don't need a whole bunch of people always around you. And I think I'm what I am doing, honestly, is I have no advice about love because I'm not there yet.
Okay.
But I will say, I think I am preparing myself to be a better man, you know, more geared as being husband material. And I am dating.
Okay.
I am focused on me though.
So what I hear, because I'm a dating coach and matchmaker, and I'm always pushing people to get into something meaningful, long term. I try to take people from singlehood to marriage. That's my whole mission.
That's your ministry.
That's my ministry.
Yes.
Because most people thought I was going to be a minister. I was like, nah,
you are
I'm
a
a minister in a different way.
Right.
I've helped people find love.
Yeah.
But I hear you saying no. Single is where you are, and there's a possibility of changing later, but you just want to stay single. So what does single look like? Does that mean you're still, because I heard you say dating, and when I hear dating means it's supposed to lead to something. Are you just kicking it or are you dating? Because there's a difference.
So understand that dating should never lead you anywhere because that is blind love. We are hold on. Let me finish.
Dating should lead.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish. Because people don't really date the right way. I think if, it's always fun in the beginning, like the dates, the dinner, the dick. But then the day comes that you see a true nigga's color. And then you got the, depending on what happens, you either move in together or all the things, or you're more cohesively connected. And then you start seeing the bullshit. Then you've never seen this person mad. You've never seen this person broke. You never see this person break your heart. How do you deal with somebody cheating on you? So for me, there's so many things that bitches don't do background checks. And I'm just like, dating for me is so smooth and very not complicated because I have a house to go home to.
Yeah.
And I have my own bed, got my own shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna invest everything at once in the dating stage because I'm not impressed with you. I'm a man, so I understand another man. So when another man hides in shame, my biggest thing is why I don't do relationships is because people do not keep it real.
Yeah.
But they want you to be honest, and I'm very honest. And I've told people the honest truth, I cannot take it. So the other part is like I'm gonna wait, and it's gonna be a while.
Kraig,
I might have to date you for 20 years, and then you can bring me a ring. But
no, Kraig, I do agree with you. You might be
the
problem, right?
I am
because I think my definition of dating is dating leads to something. It leads to something serious.
Yeah.
It leads to companionship, commitment, marriage, or just long term. It leads to something. If you are just trying to experience someone, like who they are, get to know them sexually, spend time with, and you're like, it's going nowhere, and you intentionally know it's not going anywhere, that's not dating. That's kicking it. That's just hanging out. That's kicking it.
You right.
And I think people should just be more honest, like, hey, I just want to kick it.
Yeah.
And you can kick it for months, years, but you're just kicking it. You're not dating.
I kind of agree, and I kind of don't. I feel like when you spend quality time with a young man, like it
feels good.
Yeah, it feels good, and then it's consistent, and then it's, but then there's times why I don't jump the gun because there's certain things like I'm a man. I just do things for niggas. You know what I'm saying? That niggas don't do for me. So I feel like I will always be single because I have not met somebody that is rich.
That's what?
Rich.
That's rich. So you want a rich man. You want a rich man. Okay.
But no,
but
no,
what else?
But no, emotional intelligence. Like be aware of your surround. Like how I feel. Like I'm a very emotional bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but do you? That's why I'm trying to get to the to define the two.
You might be right.
Because you can. Here's the thing. There's no shame. There's no shame in wanting to get to know somebody, spend time with them, like have intimacy.
Yeah.
It is okay. I think it's great to have intimacy with somebody that you know you don't want anything from.
Yeah.
Other than these intimate moments, and it's not going to go into a relationship. I think people feel like, because we've been taught this, is that you can't be intimate with a hookup. You can't be intimate with somebody who you just want to experience intimacy with.
That is really our world.
And that's why, y'all gonna hate me for this. That's why y'all end up moving in with somebody, getting a whole marriage with, because you said you wanted to be intimate with the person and you feel like it has to come with the ring.
See, that's why I don't even want the ring. The Lord of the Rings, y'all bitches still have
The Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
But I think the ring, because I've been married before and I've been divorced. So I understand like the weight of that type of vow. That is so beautiful and it should be respected. So I think I have fucked up ideas about dating I'm as though I'm preaching the Lord's church. You know what I'm saying? I don't have all my shit together. And I would be lying if I sat here and said, "Oh, dating is wonderful." Dating is still a wall and a boundary because I'm protecting me. Because I've been through too much. And I don't know what that looks like, but I know I do deserve love. I think I give love, and if I'm dating you, I'm giving you all of me, like even in the moments. Like I'm just not half-assed with people. I'm a full motherfucking moment. Because when I die, you gonna remember how I made you laugh, how I made you feel. You know, I'm gonna do you away.
Yeah. I think even as myself, as a married dating coach who has degrees in behavior science, matchmaking, all of that, I am still a work in progress. And I would be a liar if I was like, I
have so many questions for your husband. Like, how do you deal with him?
How do we deal with each other? Okay, because we are the same coin but two different sides. Okay, but I feel like we don't have to be perfect, or we don't have to live in someone else's idea of what we should be.
Absolutely.
So I think as we kind of wrap this conversation up, I love you for being so authentic. I love you for being so publicly authentic, because there are tons of people who see themselves in you, and that makes them say, you know what? God can love me. God does love me. And that even if they're single, in a relationship, living with HIV, going through recovery, anything, that they have a place in the kingdom just as they are. So thank you for sharing your story, your time, and your heart.
Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you.
Absolutely.
And I love you.
Love you too.